Hi there, I'm Jenn Rice, and I am coming in live from Naples, Florida, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about the one word I think we need to eliminate from all of our vocabulary. And it's funny because this came up several times today in several situations, at work, on phone calls, talking to business partners. It's been a recurring word that keeps coming up, I keep seeing, and I just want to throw out there, we have to stop using the word overwhelmed. And it was so great because we were just talking about this in a group I'm in of other entrepreneurs, and our mentor was talking a lot about the way that people use the word overwhelmed all the time, and that actually the definition of being overwhelmed is you are aware of a lot of things that you need to do, but starting the process of doing those things is actually harder than simply complaining about the number of things to do. So let me read that again. So basically the definition of overwhelm is when you're aware that there's a lot of things to do, but starting the process of doing those things is actually harder than simply complaining about the number of things to do. So when we're overusing the word overwhelmed, we're actually creating a success prevention mechanism. And I love that because it's so true. We are creating a success mechanism prevention by using the word overwhelmed. So I think, and I am trying to eliminate, like, that word is no longer in my vocabulary. I'm just not using it anymore. And you know, the next time your success prevention muscles start to flex, you have to refrain from using the word. You just have to not use the word, not use it at all. And instead, you got to go tackle something on the list, because that's not going to get you closer to your goals if you focus on just the feeling of swirling around, right? So I thought this was so great that he mentioned, because he said it isn't that successful people aren't as busy as those who struggle. They're just keenly aware of the impact that language has on their mindset. So I know I've been working really hard on this whole mindset piece for a lot of different reasons, actually. And I think if we can eliminate and never say the word overwhelmed out loud to anyone else again, that would be fantastic. I heard it from patients today. I heard it from staff members. I've heard it on the phone. I've heard it all over the place. And I just think we should get rid of the word. And I'm just looking for people who want to get rid of it with me. All right, let's band together and never say I'm feeling overwhelmed again. Instead, we're going to reset and just get into some kind of action that just propels us forward. But I did go ahead and read a little bit about the psychology of when you express that feeling, saying that you feel that way, there's some key things you can do to sort of snap out of it. One thing, of course, like, you know, Ray had mentioned, you just want to be keenly aware of the language, actually start doing the work, and that'll take roughly the same amount of time. But I liked I also wanted to look at what some psychologists do and tell their patients that sort of struggle with sort of impending doom feelings or feelings of you know, not being able to get enough done. And certainly it's done with people with attention deficit disorders and things like this, which are true serious you know, conditions that do need help. But you know, for the majority of us, we can do like a 3-count breath and just let that feeling pass. I like the visualization of the stop sign. So you can visualize like an actual stop sign, and that should bring those feelings back around. There's also some things you can do with like a mantra, like a visualization or a mantra that, like, I can manage this will pass. I remember I worked with he was a lieutenant for EMS in North Carolina, and he used to always say, this too shall pass. And that was his mantra all the time. And I'm thinking he was probably onto something with that. I used to not really think he was on to much, but that, now that I'm thinking about it, he's pretty smart to have said that on most occasions. And then there's a distraction technique that's called the 5-5-5, where you pick 5 things in your environment that you can see or feel or hear or smell or taste, and it completely takes your mind off of whatever you're kind of stewing or swirling about. And then they do talk about something called core rooting, where you visualize your body like part of a tree, like a sturdy trunk of a tree, and your feet being grounded like roots, and focusing. And if I'm getting a little swami for some people out there, that's okay. But I do think this is a cool visualization where you stand like a tree and your feet are the roots and you're grounded and rooted there. So you have like the stabilization visualization, which can change that whole thought pattern. So let's see if we could totally eliminate that word and never use it again, and try these techniques. I'm definitely doing this myself. I'd love to hear your feedback on this video. Like I said, sometimes if I hear things over and over and over throughout a day or a period of several days, I think, I got to do a video on this because it seems to be a recurring theme. And I loved his teachings on this, and I found it really beneficial to me. So I wanted to teach to anyone else who wants to make that change. So if you found value in this, please throw me a comment. Definitely share my video if you think someone would be interested in seeing it. I also have more content like this on Jenn Rice International, which is my business page on Facebook. And I'm looking forward to bringing more content in a course form out later this month. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great night. Take care.